Hello guys and gals, me Alex, and welcome to another rant type of video. I really don't know what to call it this time, ladies and gentlemen, considering the fact that this is not really a rant. This is more of something for me to just chip in my 2 cents of advice into the to the amalgamation of everyone making videos upon this. So for some of you that don't know, The Verge is a media service, I guess you could say. They have their own website, they have a YouTube channel, they cover a lot of stuff that comes to tech news. Some stuff is just absolute garbage, but you know, a lot of it is sometimes it's a decent read, I guess I could say that. But what's interesting is this whole issue about The Verge copy striking a user by the name of Kyle. Another tech enthusiast. For some of you that don't know, I'm a mega nerd when it comes to watching these type of videos. I'm big with Linus Tech Tips, J2 Cents, what's his name, Paul's Hardware, all these type of guys. I'm very well into their videos. A lot of my experience behind computers comes behind these guys. Well, originally this video from The Verge was a computer or a PC being built by them. So essentially, I guess it got a lot of hate backfeed on it due to the comment section and the like to dislike ratio. A lot of people were pretty upset with the fact that it was being built incorrectly. A lot of things were actually could damage your computer and so on and so forth. But what was the most interesting part is there was no disclaimer saying that there was, you know, something to talk about, the fact that this would allow. This isn't something you should take, you know, seriously or some sort. A lot of people thought it was a meme. Some people thought, you know, it was being absolutely serious. And as the internet, there is no in-between. But what was quite interesting about the whole situation was the fact that The Verge took quite hurtful to the whole situation, I guess you could say. And with that being said, they copy strike Kyle, and I should probably put this out there. This video isn't necessarily to attack The Verge. God fucking forbid they decide to attack my video. Again, this isn't supposed to offend anybody at the end of the day. But what I find interesting is this is not only something that YouTube needs to take into consideration, but this is something that clearly The Verge isn't necessarily somebody that should probably. It goes back to my my video I did on constructive criticism or criticism in general. If you come to this type of platform, YouTube, for all intents and purposes, for whatever you decide to, you know, put up as content, prepare for some kind of backlash. Whether people, you know, want to shit talk you, would like to tell you to go kill yourself, at the end of the day, you should probably not take it to heart, considering these are people on the internet. You should never take anything on the internet too seriously unless it's actual legitimate legal rights. Now, that goes right into our second part of this video, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk about the legal rights that The Verge claims to be making, but in reality, it just seems like somebody, and this is where my personal preference comes in. A lot of people are jumping out of The Verge saying, you know, you're a shady company, you're this, you're that, and I understand. And this is pretty much, and I'm not saying I'm standing up for The Verge. They're all, by all means, absolutely wrong in all of this. But there's part of me that believes that sometime in this day, or sometime during somebody making that copyright strike claim, for some reason, by all means, I feel like somebody was just not having a great day at The Verge, and they decided, you know, I'm sick and tired of being, you know, shit on by the internet, and I'm just gonna take down the video that practically attacked the shit out of us in the first place. But it's just interesting, the fact that you can't, it just all goes back to like what I said in my video. You can't take this shit seriously, especially if you make a mistake in a video. Look, we all make mistakes. It's not uncommon. For fuck's sake, I still make mistakes in my videos. Sometimes I'm able to bypass them. Sometimes I still can't bypass them. Sometimes I gotta retake some videos here and there. But that's understandable because guess what? We're all fucking humans. We make mistakes. Nothing is wrong with owning up to your mistakes, especially as us as humans. We love to be in denial about things. We always like to be right, but at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to be a humble human being and take the L while you can. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You make a bad video, guess what? You're gonna make many more, and guess what? That one's gonna get scrapped under the rest of the shit box, and then guess what? No one's gonna really hound you down for it. No one really cares at the end of the day. But this is not all about The Verge. This is something YouTube needs to take in consideration, because copyright striking is severely a weapon of mass destruction to destroy a YouTube channel. Now, this isn't supposed to, encourage someone to, oh, I'm going to go copyright strike someone, because obviously you need to have the proper, obviously you need to make the claim in a proper status. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and I do apologize for that loud, obnoxious notification on my phone there. The whole concept behind this is copyright striking somebody can really severely destroy a channel, and if not, put them at risk for losing, probably their job. For those that actually do YouTube for a living, obviously would know that this could be a severely damaged dealing. To make a claim in that sort of fashion, to play the victim of all things, considering that you felt attacked, to claim that, this video was just making fun of you, honestly, that isn't a proper claim, and thank God YouTube already took care of the situation. I waited a while to make this video due to the fact that I knew YouTube would take care of the situation, but how long it would have took them. And I would say they took care of the situation in a fair-full manner, I would say. I think it's fair enough to say that. But what really gets me out of all of this is the fact that YouTube needs to design something in their system, which I know they will eventually, but it's something they need to take into consideration, that copyright striking is the only way of of getting a video really taken down. And I'm sure there's other ways. Obviously, I'm just kind of talking off the top of my head here, but in all consideration, this isn't something that people should abuse. And quite honestly, for content creators out there, this could seriously hurt a channel for all things. I mean, it's not fair for somebody to get their channel taken down just for poking some fun at another YouTube channel. We're on fucking YouTube. For God's sake, go look at half the trending page. Half the time it's going to be somebody having some kind of beef with somebody anyways. But then again, that's when you go down their little wonderful rabbit hole. But ladies and gentlemen, honestly, this whole situation between The Verge, and obviously The Verge is getting the ultimate shit end of the stick in this, but what really gave me the biggest giggle out of it all was the fact that they tweeted back out saying that they're practically, to sum it all up, they were playing the victim, which is kind of interesting, the fact that you want to play the victim even though you were getting poked fun at. Now, some people would say, there was no right for people to go make fun of it, but like I said, it's the fucking internet. Do you really think you're going to be safe out here? For God's sake, I'm pretty sure I have my buddies that still poke fun at me about my freaking introductions. My own family makes fun of me about my own introduction, but guess what? I still do them, and I still have fun doing what I do. And quite honestly, if you have to take that from somebody that's a very small little channel, especially with anybody with some form of common sense that could tell you that, for God's sake, Verge, come on. If you can't poke a little bit of fun, why are you in the media business from the beginning? But ladies and gentlemen, that's been my rant on this whole Verge situation. I know I left out a bunch of details, but quite honestly, this is going to just get this little part out off of my chest here. What The Verge did was kind of shady and rightfully wrong, but at the same point in time, who knows, maybe somebody was having a real shitty day and thought, you know what, I'm going to attack this person. Although that video was absolutely hilarious, nobody should actually take that shit seriously. They actually did a better job at fucking that computer up versus what The Verge did. But hey, there's never going to be the top quality memester out there. And that's another thing. Memes are memes. If you can't take a joke to a meme, then there's a high possibility that you probably shouldn't, you probably shouldn't be in that group or that sort of a community. But hey, you made a meme of yourself, and by all means, you've made more of a fool of yourself on a platform that literally will tear your ass into shreds. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this video off here. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you dislike it. And I do apologize for lack of uploads. Been grinding hard at work these last few days, really tired. But we'll get back into the swing of things, as I've been saying for the last, months on end. But ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed what you saw. Please like, comment, subscribe, dislike it if you dislike it. This is me, Alex, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.